All right, what is up, everybody? My name is Jack from SGOY Style. We are going to do a review on HostGator. I did do a video before, but the volume was really low, so you could barely hear me. It was a little rough. So I'm re-recording everything that we talked about here. We're going to be talking about HostGator, which is partnered with WordPress. They also have a 65% off. If you're a web designer, web developer, or a blogger, or anything, you sell a product or you created your own product, you can actually create a product and put it online, right? So we're talking about WordPress. WordPress is super powerful. We use WordPress here at SGOY. It's preferred because it's a bit more it's more professional. It's a powerful tool to use to get your business online and going, right? As opposed to other web hosting companies that aren't so professional. So we've dealt with a ton of them. I'm not gonna say any names here, but we're talking about HostGator. HostGator is great. Okay, there is a 65% off. There was a Cyber Monday sale that I believe it just ended, but they do have a number of things, right? So you can get an individual WordPress hosting, which is $3.48 a month, right? You can also have cloud hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated hosting, whatever is for you and for what you're trying to do. Then that's what I would go with. So you have a ton of things, right? So if we go to a web hosting, it's $2.43 a month. It's pretty good for the basic plan. It's single domain, one-click installs, unmetered bandwidth. Free SSL certificate, right? So you want to try and do whatever you can for your company, get it out there. If you're a web designer and you're designing websites for people, I would either refer HostGator or Bluehost. We personally use Bluehost. We've used HostGator before. We've used Wix before. We've used GoDaddy before. It's in comparison, this is top three. Okay, and top three for us. Number one, we would refer to Bluehost. We did a video on it before. We did a video on Bluehost earlier. If you go back and watch that video, that'd be awesome. But if you're looking for Bluehost, we do have a video on that. We're gonna finish talking about this here. The baby plan's 65% off. Again, all of the plans are 65% off, right? You want unlimited domains. So if you're making multiple websites, obviously you want to, if you're in something like affiliate marketing, which we are in, you want multiple websites. You want to be able to make multiple websites because you're going to be in a couple different spaces. So, or I'm sorry, not spaces, but a couple different affiliate programs. Or if you have two different types of merchandise, such as, like, say, clothing, and then you have one for makeup. You don't want those two products on one website. So they offer that, and it's unlimited domains. So that's great, right? You can buy unlimited domains. You can have unlimited domains on your account. Unmetered bandwidth, which is phenomenal. Your website does not get bottlenecked. It doesn't slow down when you have a lot of traffic and you start using data, right? It does not slow down. So that's great, right? So you have one-click installs for WordPress. WordPress, once you buy a domain with HostGator or Bluehost, WordPress automatically comes with the purchase, right, of the web hosting. So that's something that you want to look forward to, right? That's great. You have the opportunity. It's awesome, right? So in comparison, they even compare themselves on their own website to see what you can go for. So you have Hashlink plan, which is, you know what I mean, it's comparing itself to GoDaddy and Squarespace. It's cheaper, and obviously you're not, stopped. You get unlimited emails. You're not bottlenecked, with data on your website, so your website doesn't slow down. So, and also you get free ad spend, right? Which is great. So you want to get your product in front of people and get yourself known as quickly as possible. So you want to use that free ad spend to get your website and your company in front of people, the right people, right? So that's what you want to do. Once you create a website and you get it launched and things like that, it's hard to be found because it's new. It's a new website. No one knows about it, right? No one knows about your website. So that free ad spend is phenomenal. It will get you out there and quicker, right? So obviously it won't blow up your website instantly, but it's a really, really, really good jump start to your website and your company once you launch it. Eventually that will run out, but $200 on Bing and Google are phenomenal. It makes it easier for you to be seen on the two different browser sources that are majority of the internet, right? So that's great. That's why that is that's one of the reasons why HostGator is really wonderful. Bluehost does the same thing, right? Where they offer free ad spend. But you have the easy to use control panel, and it's not super complex. I'll show you what WordPress looks like on one of my old websites I took down because I'm reworking it and changing all the content and things like that. That's why I brought it down. But you have all kinds of things, right? You there's no bottlenecking. You get free ad spend. You get unlimited emails on unmetered bandwidth. Unlimited subdomains. Subdomains is so you buy one domain, right? So one domain is your main domain. Okay, your first domain is your main domain. A subdomain now is another domain that you bought under your main domain. So now that becomes a second website, right? So a domain is kind of like the center of who you are or what your business is or what you do, and then you branch out. Like think of a tree, right? Your main first domain is the trunk, and then your subdomains are the branches, right? So think about it like that. That's what a subdomain is. It's definitely wonderful. You have not very many things to worry about. As far as anything else goes, like you have cloud hosting, which I know some other places offer cloud hosting. But again, it's you really got to understand where your target is. Yes, you do have to spend a little bit of money, but for your business, I would prefer spending a little bit of money on a good web hosting company. Some other companies put a watermark on your website, in which case their logo pretty much is on your website, and it becomes a little bit tacky when it comes down to professionalism. So you want to look as professional as possible. You don't want to have anything else that's deterring things or making your website or your business look not so professional, right? Unprofessional. You don't want it to look tacky. So you want to look the best, as best as you can. You want it to look as best as you can. You want it to make a statement, right? So that's what you look for. You want to find a good web hosting company. Again, like I said, we have 2 videos. We've done 2 reviews now. This is our second review on a really, really good web hosting company. You do have cloud hosting, in which case it's faster than just a normal web hosting. Cloud hosting, it's suitable. It's powerful. It's really fast. You have less things to worry about in cloud hosting as opposed to just a regular web hosting, right? Again, it's a little bit more money than web hosting. So if that's not your thing and you don't really need a cloud hosting because you don't really have a big website, but eventually once you get a big website, or once that website starts to become big and you start to make subcategories of different products or different blogs or different videos, whatever the case may be, then you want to have something that's a little bit quicker for yourself, right? Again, if you don't need it, you don't really have to buy it, but it will give you all the specs. Something like a single domain, 2 GB memory, 2 core CPU, and free SSL certificate. In which case, a SSL certificate, guys, is a security. Okay, when things changed on Google, it wasn't like things went out of date. So good hosting companies offer a free SSL certificate, right? So that's security you want for yourself. You want security for your consumers, your readers, your customers, whoever it may be. You want security for everyone, and that's what the SSL certificate is. Okay, it's pretty much security in layman's terms. But I will be dropping the link for HostGator down in the description below. Also, I will be dropping the link to our website in the description below as well. But all in all, as a hosting company, it's great. Now, WordPress, if some of you guys do not know what WordPress is, this right here is WordPress, okay? WordPress is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You have your pages, right? And your pages are wherever you want your things to be, okay? If you have a home about, for example, my old website was about supplements, right? Since we all work out here, we live a healthy lifestyle, we eat healthy, we're always in the gym. This is what we do, okay? So we had a supplement website that we had moved so we can make we can utilize this space for something else. If you're in a space such as like affiliate marketing, like we are here, we're affiliate marketers. But this is WordPress. You can have all pages. You can add new pages. You have plugins that you can use, right, for WordPress. WordPress offers a lot of plugins, right? So all kinds of plugins that you can use. It's phenomenal. It's hundreds and hundreds of them that are out there free for you to use to make your website one of the best things, such as Smush, right? So if you have photos that you want to put on your website, you can get a plugin called Smush, and if the photos are too big, this will smush them down small enough, or wherever you set the smush to be, the cap to be, it will smush it down small enough so that way your website moves a little bit faster. Websites start to slow down when pictures are too big. When they're too much, okay? So smushing all the pictures on your website, phenomenal, right? That's one of the plugins that you want to look for sure, because eventually, I know all of you guys want pictures on your website. All of you guys want to make your website look really great. Smush is a plugin that you're looking for, okay? But that's for example, you know what I mean? So we have pictures on our website that we needed to smush because they were already too big. So we needed to make them small. So that's why we did that. You can post, if you're doing blog, you can post, see how we have a bunch of posts here. And what happens is we can make these posts go into a specific page on our website, right? So that's pretty awesome. You can also, add media and things like that. So there's a bunch of things that you can use for WordPress, right? So many things that help you with that. So that's why we recommend WordPress based web hosting companies, because they're powerful. We've dealt with other companies before, but WordPress based web hosting companies are super strong. They're great. Also, you get a bunch of different themes. You can download as many themes as you want, to see what works for you. You get all kinds of professional things. Like something like this would be, obviously great for blogging and things like that, or even if you want to, it can be great for anything you choose, right? So there's all kinds of things that you can use when you're doing something. It doesn't just have to be blogging. It could be your own product. It could be all your videos. It could be anything that you create. You can find a template for, right? And there's hundreds of them. It's not just these few on the first page. There's hundreds of templates, hundreds. Okay, it's insane. You can also upload a theme that you got from somewhere else, or a theme that you even created yourself. You can upload that to WordPress, and you can use it. It's not something that you're stuck. It's as creative as you want to be. You can be as creative as you want to be for your business and for your company, in which case that's what we all want to do. We all want to be as creative as possible. We want to make that statement. We want to make sure people see what we are about, right? So that's why we chose to do we chose to make YouTube videos for you guys so you can see what it actually looks like. But all in all, HostGator, WordPress, that's all great. It's all phenomenal. You have nothing to worry about. It's creativity. Get as creative as you want. It's the best thing. We all know we all want our businesses to be the best. So check out HostGator. It's great. It is a great web hosting company. Again, we will leave a description or links down in the description below to HostGator directly. We'll also leave a link to our website down below, which is sgoyproductions.com. We'll leave it down in the description below so that therefore you can get kind of more of a in-depth explanation. We do not want to make the video too long, but it's more in depth on our websites. You can really read and get things going from there as well. So I appreciate your time, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button and smash that subscription button for more videos to come. We'll see you guys later.